Hi friends, welcome back to my garden. So I'm Lori. If you're new to the channel, I'm so glad you're here. Today is going to be a super fun fall refresh project. So curious if you can tell what's different in this video. I'm sure you've guessed it. If you've watched my channel, I painted the doors to the Floral studio. So they used to be white. They weren't even the same white. We got these doors, we replaced these, and they came from a salvage yard. And so they were great doors, but they didn't match. And so the white was always a little off, and it just wasn't, it didn't speak to me floral studio or fun. So we just got the door rehung last night, and I love it. I love the color. Again, it's Fern by Bear. I'll put it up on the screen. It was a little bigger project than we expected. We had to take the doors off. The grids sandwiched the glass, and so you really couldn't paint it because it's not like the wood is, wood pane glass. So we had to take everything apart. It was 2 panels, glass in between, the door frame, and so we got it done. It does need some touch up today. So I'm going to tackle the touch up, get that all done, let that start drying. I think first though, I'm going to clean the windows, then do some touch up. And then I just want to get this space restyled and refreshed. I had to move all the containers off. It needs a good wash. And I want to get it ready for fall. I've got a fall wreath. I've got some fall plants. So we're just going to do a complete fall refresh of the Floral Studio space. I'm also going to refresh inside. I don't know if that'll be in this video, but we're just going to get this space all beautiful, cleaned up for the season of autumn into winter. I'm really excited about it. I hope you love this color. I'm really liking it. Now the white trim around the door does need to be touched up. So we've got some scrapes and some marks. And I'm going to have to see if the vendor that we bought this shed from 4 years ago, if she knows the color. I'm going to try to find my order. If not, I'm going to have to try to get a paint sample because I don't want to repaint the whole thing. It eventually may need it, but I love to just refresh the front for now. So that's going to be the next phase of this project. I just need to pick up and find the paint. But for today, we're going to enjoy this gorgeous new green color and bring this space to life. Now, one other thing that I need to address is this is a climbing hydrangea. And I've had her for 4 years. She does not bloom yet. I've heard that it can take up to 6 years. She just continues to grow, and what looks like new buds just never blooms. But she has started growing this way, and I'm really excited about it. I am going to add, hopefully today, some wire, if I can find it. I'm going to put it across the top so that I can get her to start growing. Now, this vine does have those little suckers that attach. So it will attach to the building. You need to consider that when you're adding a climber to your home. Now, in this case, I don't mind it. I don't care if it covers it. This is a shed. It's going to stay out here. If I ever need to paint the shed, which would be a long time from now, I would have to pull this off. But I'm really not worried about it in this environment. So I want to get it to where it climbs across the front and see how far she goes. She is a very slow grower. So this is 4 years for her to even start growing this way. But I'm hoping if she moves across, maybe I'll get some blooms. I don't know. We're getting more and more shade in this area. So she doesn't bloom, but she is beautiful. And I just love the greenery and the magical look that it's going to create. So that's also on the list today. So little bit of work today, a little bit of fun, and I hope you'll stick with me through the entire project. I'm going to first get started cleaning, doing some painting. I'm going to put you on fast for that. And then we're going to do some fun projects with planting some fall flowers. So let's go. Okay, so I got the touch-up done, got the windows clean. I've got one window that's still not, it's not super clean. I'm gonna have to work on it. The shed is full of stuff, so that is definitely gonna be a project for another day, but I am just really soaking up and enjoying this color. So next, I want to move some plants around, and then I want to restage this area with some fall annuals, fall color. I'm thinking about changing up the container, so I'm just going to get to it. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. So let's get to planting. Okay, so to get started with the planting project, this is the terracotta container that I had as a tiered garden. So I had a plant in the middle. There's actually a container in here that we're going to have to get out. The first thing I need to do though is I do want to save these geraniums. So these are sweet little true red geraniums, and I just love to pot up and save over winter. I really never buy geraniums. So I'm just going to pop these in here. We will get these potted up at the end. These were just little starts. You can see they haven't grown very much, but that's okay. And then a lot of this soil I can just put on top. See if I can get this pot out. I don't want to lose this good soil, so we're just going to see if we can gently, I think I've got it. Much easier without plants and soil in it. It does need to be cleaned up. That's okay. Okay, so I brought up a selection of plants, and what I decided to do was kind of one in every color. I just wanted to be this beautiful fall mix. Now, the soil is Happy Frog. It is full of nutrition. It's just what I had on hand, and I will remember that I don't really have to redo this soil in the spring, which will be great. I also may put bulbs in these containers, so that also will work. I'm not going to give these any fertilizer today. They already had some in the soil that's in there, and we're going to be in cool weather through frost. So I'm not worried. I'm not expecting them to grow tremendously. They've already grown. They've leafed out. Look at this beautiful. This is Plum Dandy. It's an accent plant, and I love it. I'm going to remember this for next year. I would love to have this up here in this garden. I love the pops of burgundy. And then I've just got a mixture of coleus, and I did pick up at my garden center. This is one celosia. It is fire magenta. Isn't that beautiful? I think that up here will just be stunning, especially with the new green door. All right, so let's just get to planting. I also am not sure what I'm going to do with the final scale of all of this, but we'll figure it out as we go. So for fall containers, I like to keep it simple. I want plants that are just going to be easy, and they're probably going to last even through a quick light frost. And I want things where I can add pumpkins. I love fall, so get ready. All right, that's going to be great. Now this guy is a pretty good size, and I love that red. Yeah, these really haven't started growing much roots, but they've really filled out. They are definitely creating foliage right now. Now the soil in all these containers was reused. I'll probably reuse it again, so it is not going to go to waste for sure. And I'm going to pack this full because it's only got about 2 months. All right, so I'm loving all these colors. I think in the front, I'm going to do the Plum Dandy. I think that texture will be perfect. So you can kind of squeeze that guy down in there. The soil is so nice and fluffy. It really makes it. I can scoot the coleus back a little, wedge this in, push it in there. Oh, perfect. And I've been keeping these really wet. So I'm going to have to remember to come water every day because I think that and the fresh soil and fertilizer has really helped them put on growth. There we go. She's just going to continue to grow. I just think it's going to be so pretty. So for this guy, I think I want to bring in this orange, and I may just do this with the celosia. I'm thinking the celosia in the back on this side to counteract the pot above. Oh, I love that combination. I think it's really, really fun. And then I think I'm going to go with the plum dandy. I think that's just going to tie the two containers all together. So I've gotten some questions about my tricks for containers, and I'm not a pro at containers, but I will tell you from my experience and from listening to my mom is to fill it with soil. The plants need it. Even if you just think, oh, the roots are down there, it's just magic. It makes a big difference. Also, I think the fertilizer in the soil and really good soil. If you're going to invest in a container, you want good soil that's going to help with moisture, that's going to feed your plants, all of those good things. Oh, wow. It's coming together. All right, let me get this mess cleaned up and we're going to see what we're going to do to bring this whole vignette together. All right, friends. Well, I think I've got the patio refresh, floral studio refresh almost done. Now there's a couple small tweaks that I want to make. First, I've got to get the trim paint so I can clean that up. I'm not sure why that got chipped away, but it bothers me. I do want to clean the lights. I just didn't get to that yet today. But I love the containers. I love the little table. I think with the black table, it just kind of ties all the black items in together. And of course, I'm going to fill this with pumpkins when it's time. So the porch is a never-ending mess. I'm going to wait till things dry up and I'm going to clean that off one more time, and especially once my feet are dry. But I do have a beautiful fall wreath that I want to put on the door. I had a sweet little green wreath that I love with ferns, but I think I want to add some fall pop. So I'm going to see if I like this one. And then I'm going to show you this space close up. All right, so I got this garden project at least 90% done. You know, projects kind of sometimes linger. A couple things that I need to do is I need to get the white trim paint. I want to come out and clean the little solar lights. I need to get some more paper towels. And of course, this space, as much as I clean it, stays dirty when I'm out here working. So after everything dries off, I'll come clean it off again. But I really love how it turned out. I love this bright pop of white and kind of a nice different fall look than the traditional kind of yellow and oranges. And these plants, you guys are going to get huge. Before this video airs, I will give you an update because I usually shoot about a week or so ahead. So I will come out and take another picture of these because they've already doubled in just 2 weeks. So I think these are going to be absolutely beautiful in a few weeks. And I love the little lantern cleaned up. I think it just fits nicely. My pots on the side, I'm going to leave for now. There's a begonia, grasses, and some geraniums. I may take those out and just fill them with pumpkins when it gets to be October, but they're doing fine for now. And of course, I moved the geranium. So let me show you everything a little bit up close. And I just want to thank you for giving me your comments and letting me know what you think of the space. I also would love to know what you think of the color. I hope you like it as much as I do. So thanks for watching. Much more to come. I am just busy getting the garden kind of ready for fall and then of course getting it kind of buttoned up. It's just the most beautiful season here. I love the colors, I love the cool weather, and just no complaints. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Let's take a look at it close up.